Good evening. Today is April the 16th, 2022. It is Saturday and the time is 4:25 p.m. Um, my conversation is not really going to be on gang stalking today. I'm feeling really, really sad today. The little puppy that we have here, have parvo. And parvo is a disease, a virus that puppies get. And this is the second one that we've had Pablo. The first one, her name was Nova. She was a girl, and these are pocket bullies. And I got attached to them, and it really bothers me because I've never been close to a dog before. I was raised up where the animals outside. We never had animals on the inside, and as an adult, I never had any animals like stray cats or something like that come, and I would feed them. And there was one cat that I actually took in because it was outside with a baby cat kitten, and it was raining, pouring down rain, and I could hear the kitten outside, meowing. And so the kids told me to go out there and get it, so I did. I went outside and got the little kitten and brought him in and brought some little bottles. The bottle was like had a soft nipple where they can drink from it. And all my children caught a fever, but they didn't catch the fever until um, I brought the kitten in. So I got medicine for him and everything. But I took the kitten down to my cousin's house because she had a lot of cats. And they got well. And so I didn't ever bring any more animals in the house. So if a cat, come and take up, I would feed it. And I just never cared for having animals in the house. For one thing, I have allergies. But we wasn't raised having animals. So when my daughter came to me and said that they wanted to get some dogs and that she would pay me to keep them, I said, well, if you're going to pay me, I'll keep them. I'm not turning down no money. So first she said she'll pay me $50 a day. Then she started complaining about the $50 a day and said she'll pay me. I said, well, look, you the one said $50 a day. I didn't make no price. I was gonna take what you give me. And so she started giving me 40 until she just started giving me anything. And but Nova was so smart, and we already had baby. Well, they had baby, but I still would keep them. And they first got Ello, and then they got baby, and I just got attached to baby, cause they like a lot of attention. And then when she got Nova was really smart. She was smarter than baby, and baby would follow her. Baby, she would always figure out how that they get. My daughter would get her some toys. Nova always figure out how to work it and make the noise, and so baby would learn from Nova. But Nova was the youngest, and she caught that parvo, and she died. And so now Smokey, he got parvo. See, I didn't see uh, Nova sick because my daughter had went to her boyfriend's house, but he's a fiance now. Went to his house and that's where they kept, but not really to the house. I don't know where they went. I ain't gonna say where they went. But anyway, they won't here, and so I didn't see Nova sick, but I see how sick uh, Smokey is. So I looked up on YouTube to find out how do you heal. Well, first they took him to the vet. And I told my daughter, I paid for the take him to the vet. So she took him, And they told her, because we didn't know what was going on. He done had 2 shots. He had a shot when they was younger, because they about 2 months old now. So they got a shot then, and then he just recently got another shot. And so they kept saying, no, he got parvo. He had his shot, but he got parvo. And that's a bad sickness. And because I'm not used to having a dog and knowing how to get sick and all that. I'm asking questions and everybody getting irritated with me, want to snap at me and stuff. But I'm willing to pay for it. So I looked up because they told my daughter that he had parvo. That was $70 for them to test him. But they wouldn't treat him, saying that the doctor won't give him a prescription unless he give him a what's the word I'm trying to say? Exam. Okay, he had the exam, but you don't give him a test. You know they got parvo, and so they wouldn't give him no antibiotic. And whole thing, he just sick. And so I looked on YouTube to find out how can you treat parvo at home. So there is a man on YouTube that's tell you how to treat parvo. So it sounds like he really know what he talking about, and he tell you what to buy. And then people that's in the down in the message saying that they dog had parvo and they did what he told them to do and the dog got well. So my daughter, my daughters, they nothing like me. They just not nothing like me. And the man said to give them saline. You give it to him back here, cause he can't hold nothing on this stuff. She steady trying to give him what's that stuff that you give him for hot dehydration? Oh lordy, trying to give him bone broth and I can't think of. It's what you take for get children. You can get children it too. Giving him that, and he just throwing it right back up. But when he throw up, he throwing up a whole bunch of mucus. It's just slimy. And then he passing from his bowel look like blood. And it just bothered me. Because I don't want him to die. I prayed and I prayed and I begged God, please don't let him die. Please, I'm just begging Jesus, don't let him die. And my daughter started giving him stuff in the mouth, and I keep trying to tell her that's not gonna work. He's not gonna be dehydrated because he's throwing it back up. As soon as you give it to him, he's throwing it back up. Give it to him in his skin, like the man say. Talking about we not trying to say that they not educated to do that, but you give him the shot for the parvo. You do it the same way. From what the man said, you in the back of the neck, and he said, hold it up and stick the syringe in the neck and release the saline because it'll dehydrate it on the inside. And I'm trying to tell them what this man is saying, and then he telling you what other stuff to get, and they're just so disrespectful. I'm just, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired because I'm not used to being attached to animals. And here I am. I'm attached. To me, they like my family. And he just lay in my arm just like a baby, you know. And I just got to see him throwing up and passing blood. And I told her the talk to go to the pet store and see do they have any type of antibiotics in the pet store. Since the pharmacy, I mean the veterinary, whatever the man is, wouldn't give him a prescription. And in order for them to get the prescription, he had to take an exam, which would be $500. So he just worrying about dang on money, not the dog life. And I told him if I were you, my dog died, I sue him because he know the dog got parvo. They took the test. And the test said it got powerful. So why you got to take an exam? It's gonna cost $500 in order for you to give me some amoxicillin. She hung up on me. See, this how my daughters, they just so disrespectful. You know, and I be praying for, but I'm really get tired of praying for people that don't want to hear me say nothing. Anytime I try to talk, they just catch an attitude. And I'm not understanding why. What did you catch the attitude for? So my daughter took the Smokey to her fiance, whatever you want to call him. And so I made a comment. I said, well, I hope he makes sure that he keep him hydrated instead of being on that game, because he just be on the game playing. And she caught an attitude, want to talk her little junk up to me. But did she get mad with him when he said to me, because I got pictures of myself over my bed, and he told me that's just vain. You got pictures up over your wall. I said, well, who pictures I supposed to have in my bedroom other than mine? You know, she didn't get mad with him for saying that to her mama. I just said he act like a child. Well, he do, because she just bosses him around. She say, do this, he jump and do it. Do that, he jump and do it. Do that, he jump and do it. No, you just do some stuff for yourself. I mean, she just bossed him around. That's what you call a Jezebel spirit and the Ahab spirit. I don't want no man that I got. I mean, I don't. I want a man that will help me, but not me boss him around and tell everything. I can't do nothing for myself. I got to tell him to do everything. I'm not no helpless woman, and I don't want no man treat me as though I'm helpless. You can help me if I need help. The things I can do myself, I'm gonna do them myself. So I called my daughter, who the dog belonged to, because she's buying it from the other daughter, and I'm trying to tell her. I told her that she was taking it to her fiance. She said, "Well, I already knew that. I been there." I said, "Well, I didn't know." I said, "I just found out a few minutes ago." I said, "But trying to get him liquid in his mouth is not going to work. You need to put it in his skin, like the man said." She told me, "Well, I don't know. I ain't no doctor." I said, "Didn't they get the dog a Pavo, a shot? They done gave him two. Actually, they gave it to the whole litter. She had 5 or 6 puppies that live, and they get all of them Pavo shots. So that's the same way you get the Pavo shot is the same way you give the saline, instead of just letting the poor little dog suffer. Because the guy said it's not really the virus that kill them; it's dehydration that kill them, because they can't keep nothing down. So you have to put it in their skin so to go through their blood or go in through, in on the inside, bypass the stomach. But they won't listen to me, and it's really bothering me. And then I'm seeing all these new cars. Lord, they got new cars back there in the back. I ain't seen them in the front, but I seen cars in the back I ain't never seen before. And they silver and gold. Some cars silver and some cars is gold. And the first time I seen that burgundy van leave today, they ain't been too long, came back. That's since they parked that van. This the first time I seen that van leave. You must have went to get some tires, because it got tires on there. I was trying to see who was getting out of it, but they must have could tell that I'm looking, and they wouldn't get out till I started, because I've been mopping, trying to clean up, because he been throwing up everywhere and having diarrhea. So I scrubbed the house, trying to disinfect and stuff. I'm just so tired. I ain't gonna leave my sister out. Lord Jesus, that woman cut up so bad today. It's like she getting worse and worse. She's hollering like a mad woman. Girl, if you don't shut your dang on mouth, hollering like you crazy. And only thing, I just touched her foot. She just started hollering. I said, girl, don't make me spank you. Because I'm about ready to tear you up. Hollering like you just crazy. And then I'm trying to pick her up. I had to use all my strength to pick them because she started fighting me, trying to lay back down. You know, you got to get up out this bed. And she'll fight me until I put her in that chair. As soon as her behind hit that chair, it's like her whole self just changed. Her whole self don't have another peek out of her. She be sitting there with that proud, her head popped up in the up in the air like she all proud. The day, boy, she made me mad because she kept smiling at me. I done did with all that with her. And then she gonna look at me smiling. I said, don't you smile at me. I mean it too. I was so mad with that woman. Just fighting me. I mean, this is every day and she getting wet. And then don't want to open her mouth to eat. And I think she's a demon. I don't even know if that's my sister anymore. I'm really thinking that's a demon sitting up in that room. Because she just so mean. I'm trying to feed her. She'll just bite down on the food and let her to fall back out of her mouth. So I started feeding her with my hand. Oh, I fed her last night with my hand too, and she bit me. I popped that leg good with that comb. I sure did. I said, now bite me again. So I had to feed her again. I put some gloves on and had to feed her with my hands. And I told her, now you better not bite me. I'm telling you now. I said, because when you bite me, I'm going to pop you. And I meant it. She just mean. I said, you fighting me. Won't open your mouth like you hurting me. You hurting you. You the one that looking like a skeleton. And it ain't cause I don't feed her. It's just some people is doing something to her, drying her up, making me fat. They dry her up. But like I told her, you know how you look. You try to eat everything in this place. But then she don't want to open her mouth. One day I had to actually pry her mouth open to feed her. I can't do another year. I just can't do another year. Dealing with her and then dealing with my respect for my daughter. I don't even want to be around her no more either. I don't even want to be around her. I wish I could find me somebody to adopt me. I see a show a show on TV where they adopting grown people. I need to be adopted because my daughter. My son, the one the devil took from me. Now that's the one that showed me love, my son. But these girls, I should have had 4 boys. That's what I should have had, 4 boys. I'm so stressed out, I don't know what to do. That's why I go on Facebook and look at them crazy people. I look on Facebook, look at them crazy videos that be on there, and just laugh and laugh and laugh until I feel better. Like, did I go on Facebook today? I went on Facebook, but the only thing I seen was I think was the where you can go and buy stuff. And they got a chicken coop for somebody had a chicken coop for $50. I'm about wanting that chicken coop. They said you have to have a trailer and you have to have more than one. You have to have somebody to help you pick it up. I want to get me some chicken, but I don't know. I don't know it how it's like it's a nice look like a nice chicken coop too. But I don't know how stable it is. I've seen more than one chicken coop. I want me some chickens. But we're gonna have to. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go back to that type of stuff, man. Those lights, those lamps with the little wicker thing in it. Would have a wood stoves. So these people really trying to really destroy the people. They really trying to destroy the people. I keep hearing prophets talking about the judgment of God coming on America, and that we're gonna be taken to other countries. I said, Lord knows I don't want to be here when that happens. But I pray that when the rapture come, I'll go with the rapture. I hope I live well enough to go back with Jesus. I repent. Even if I don't know anything I did wrong, I repent anyway. Because I could have done something, felt something, or, you just don't know. I'm so tired of hearing these sounds in my head. And they got all these cars coming. Oh, no, I saw a movie last night. I wish to God I hadn't looked at that movie. Oh, no. It was a good movie until it got to a certain place. And I don't even want to, I'm ashamed to even say, I didn't look at it. But you know how you can, they'll start showing it and then you be trying to fast forward, but you still seeing bits and pieces. Because you got to see where you fast forward it. I tell you, boy, that was just pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. I can't get that picture out my head. I done prayed that. Lord, forgive me for even seeing it. Hmm. God, disgusting. That thing, it just bothers me. I keep seeing the picture of it. It's just, something you don't supposed to see. And that's something I didn't, I wasn't supposed to see that. Had no idea that was going to happen. Golly. Hmm. Sound like that food truck. It might be somebody cutting the grass. I think they was cutting the grass over there, so that could be it. I am so stressed. It's just seems like it just sit right here on my forehead. I need a long vacation. Somewhere where I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know where that would be at where the game stalkers in. But they'll follow you to hell and back. They just that crazy. You go to hell, they go to. Brought me something good. I had this morning. I fixed my sister some toast and put some jelly on it and some eggs. But after all that toast, I said I'm not getting ready to fix her no big breakfast. So she had some breakfast left over from yesterday. She had a piece of sausage left over. I threw the eggs away. I cooked her some fresh eggs, and I made her two toasts. She had eggs, sausage, and toast, and I put some strawberry jelly on the toast. And so I had me a biscuit. So after I fixed my sister plate, my biscuit, I put me some butter in between the biscuit. I was gonna put me some jelly in between it. After I fed my sister, I come looking for my biscuit. It was gone. My daughter ate my biscuit, boy. I said, "Did you eat my biscuit?" She said, "Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know it was yours." I said, "Well, how you figure it want mine? There ain't nobody here but me and you that can have a biscuit in a dish on the stove." Well, I didn't know you were gonna eat it. I said, didn't I have it in the oven and it was warm with some butter in it? Why would I warm it up? Talking about, thought you were gonna get the Alabama. I said I was already feeding Alabama. That was my biscuit for me to eat. I still ain't ate nothing. I still ain't ate nothing yet. And it's what time? 4:50. I ain't ate all day. But that's what I was gonna eat, my biscuit. But I got a bag of biscuits in there. I need to start back making my biscuit. I used to make some of the best biscuits. I'm telling you. I ain't trying to brag, but there was some good biscuits. They was soft and tender, just melt in your mouth. My sister used to have this guy come, and he would always eat Sunday dinner with us. And when he would eat no biscuit, because at the time, when I first started making them, I would pelt them in my hand, that roll them in my hand. He was just like, these some good old ugly biscuits. I always call them ugly. Because they'd be all out of shape, but they were so soft. I had a special way I made my biscuits. And he would just hum and talk about how good it was. And then I started cutting them out with a glass. And then they looked better then. This girl, she named Maddie. She used to go up my brother. And my brother, he wasn't no good. Wasn't no good. That was a good woman. And he cheated on her with her own cousin. Because she was sending her cousin to send messages. Don't never send a woman to send a man messages. Because he ended up cheating on Maddie with her cousin. Broke Maddie heart. Now, Maddie was my girl. That was my girl. She the one taught me how to make the red velvet cake and biscuits. And I used to make that red velvet cake about every week. I was always baking for my children. I always homemade. I didn't like box cakes and stuff like that. I made my stuff from flour and eggs and milk and stuff. I still do when I do. I only cook cake twice a year now. I used to bake all the time. Bake cookies, pies, cakes, and I would make them the refrigerator cake. I mean pies where you use pudding and they were good too. I don't have that recipe no more, but that home red velvet cake, I cooked it so much too. It's just in my head. But I ain't cooked that red velvet cake in years. In years. My son, before he died or got killed, um, kept asking me to make him a cake, a red velvet cake. That's the only cake he kept asking me to bake him. And I kept saying, well, buy the stuff, I make it. He never would buy the stuff, neither will I. You the one want the red velvet cake. And so when he died, that thing haunted me. Because I didn't bake him that red velvet cake. And I still ain't baked it yet. It took me years before I could even bake a cake. I could bake a pie, but I could not bake a cake. And then my grandchildren, they started asking about me baking cake. So I said, well, I didn't want something to happen to them and I don't be bake them that cake. I still ain't bake the red velvet. They don't care what kind of cake I bake. I think the first one I baked might have been a pound cake. Might have been just a plain pound cake. And I had been wanting to learn how to do that hummingbird cake. I had asked this lady for the recipe, and she wouldn't get. Well, she might have would get to, but her husband told her not to get to me, and he was my pastor. Told her not to give me the recipe, and I don't know why people won't give you a recipe when it ain't like it's their recipe because they got it from somebody else probably. And so I baked that hummingbird cake. It was good, and I baked a carrot cake. I think I did the hummingbird cake for Thanksgiving, the carrot cake for Christmas, and then I just thought I baked the orange cranberry. Boy, that cake was good. And I baked the orange cranberry 7-Up cake. Well, it probably been a 7-Up cake. Now they have 7-Up, so I made a Sprite cake, but it was good too. I made What else did I make? 7 Up was Sprite. It was supposed to be a 7 Up, but I ain't got no 7 Up. I sent them to the store to get me a 7 Up. They said they didn't have 7 Up, so they brought back a Sprite. What they brought me? Brought back a Sprite. So I used that. And I made another cake. It was supposed to be, well, it was a pound cake, but I don't know what in the world made me do that. I caught myself doing a cream cheese icing and had yoga. But it turned out really good. It was really good. I said when I realized I had mixed up all that yoga and the brown sugar, I won't get ready to throw it away. So I slapped it on that cake. I slapped it on that cake. That thing was good. It was really good. And my pound cake, not pound cake, my peach cobbler. I really wasn't gonna make no peach cobbler. I was making a pound cake and I put it in the wrong pan and it fell. And it just started falling. I really, that's what I need, me some really good cake pans. And so I took it out of the oven. I just looked at it, it just looking all lopsided. I said, I'm not getting ready to throw all this away. I had all that butter and sugar and flour and stuff in that cake. So I had some canned peaches. So I opened that canned peaches and poured them in a glass dish. And I put some sugar and cinnamon, nutmeg, all that good stuff in it. Brown sugar. I think I put some lemon juice on top of it, and took that cake and crumbled up and on top of it. That was a good peach cobbler. It was really good. I was surprised it was so good. So I said that's how I'm gonna make my peach cobbler from now on. I'm gonna make me a cake and put it on top of it because that thing was really good. My granddaughter told me, Mama, Grandma, she said, I can't even eat nobody else's peach cobbler. She said, we make peach cobbler on my job and I can't even eat it. She said, cause your peach cobbler so good, I can't even eat nobody else's peach cobbler. But that was my passion. That used to be my passion, cooking. I used to love to cook for my children. And when they became teenagers, they got so mouthy, telling me what they don't want to eat. And I got so mad with them. I said, I tell y'all what, the next time I cook a meal, you gonna appreciate it. And I just quit cooking I quit cooking for a long time. They had to make bologna sandwich or open up some pork and beans and hot dogs or something like that. I said, I'm not cooking for y'all no more because I'm a country girl. My mama cooked country. I cook country. Well, that's how I used to cook till got up here. Can't find the food like I wanted. Cause I have to shop online. The place that sell country food, I don't think they deliver. But anyway, I like to cook fresh collards and fresh turnips. I used to look good, Lord. I would not eat no turnips, no mustards. But when I got pregnant with my children, what I didn't eat is what I craved. And I craved liver. I got a beat one time because I would not eat no liver. And my sister, one of my older sisters, gonna make me eat liver. I told her I ain't eat no liver. I took the beating. I'm not eating that liver. And I crave liver. Now I love it. I love liver now. Especially calf liver. I wouldn't eat no Chinese food. I wouldn't eat no crab legs. And one thing I wouldn't eat, I still haven't eaten it yet, but I want to try. I want to cook it myself. Gumbo. My sister, my oldest sister, well, on my mama's side, she used to go to a friend of her house, and they would eat that gumbo. I would never go. I don't know what was wrong with me back in the day. Only thing I would eat was fried chicken, pork chop, and cabbage and collards. That was it. And cornbread. I didn't want to eat nothing there unless it was hot dog, poker beans, or something like that. But eating I wouldn't eat no squash. I wouldn't eat okra. I wouldn't eat greens, or number of collards and cabbage. What else would not? There was a lot of stuff I won't eat that. But now I love it. Now the things I wouldn't eat, I'll get a beating. I eat it now. But I love some liver. I like to smother it and put some gravy on top of it. I told y'all I won't talk about GameStop today. Other than I'm seeing new ones. I'm seeing new ones. And that sound is just it's hard to get rid of. I'm trying to talk away this stress off my head. They don't care that they can cause me to have a stroke. And that's why I told my sister rather, I told my sister, I said, you keep fighting me and getting me frustrated every day. And this been going on. I've had her for 6 years. Either 6 or 7 years. I keep getting mixed up. But the last 4 years has been pure hell. It's going if it ain't already 5 years, going on 5 years that this woman been fighting me. And I'm talking every day. At least she don't cuss me the way she's. That girl, I got called a B every single. And this, I'm telling you, I don't just lie. I'm telling you the God honest truth. I got called a B, your black B, your bald head B, your fat B. I was every B that you could call. F you. I mean, this how she talked to me. And then when you defecate, I got to clean your butt. And then she be fighting me then. I had to pop that rump real good. Be still so you get this mess all on the walls and stuff. I mean, she really gave me a hard. She still getting laying flat on her back, still giving me a hard way to go. Cause she is strong. I could be putting her gown on. I be trying to take her arm and put it through the thing through the arm. She got her arm tight like this. Look at me in my face with my arm like that. I got to take both my arms and pull it. I can pull it up through that thing. I mean, that's how mean she is. Hold her head down where I can't put her head through the hole through the head through the neck. That woman is it's just terrible. I am so ready to put her in a rest home. I don't know what to do. And I told my daughter she better get put in one this summer. Cause she's her guardian. Now my sister was the guardian. It never called to check up on it, never come. She passed by here to go to see my brother, but she wouldn't stop by here. But you her guardian. If she was to die, what's in that bank will be hers, not mine. But I'm doing all the work. I'm doing all my name ain't on nothing. But this the lease. But I got my own place. I don't need my name on this lease. I got my name on my lease that somebody done stole. Somebody stole my rent lease, my insurance statement, the police that attacked me. That's just the one police, the first police that attacked me. They stole his file, my insurance uh, policy, and what else I say? Um, golly, see that they really messing with my head, messing with my brain. But the devil is a lie. They're not giving me no peace disease. Not no Alzheimer's. Not no dementia. See my rent. Oh, the police report. The police report because it had the police name on it. And somebody, and I know where I headed at, and they gone. But they left the woman that knocked that fence down. They left her name. They left her paper. Some video got missing because the dude that came and got her truck, her car, it was the fence was all the way back to the back of the yard. He pulled all the way around to where my kitchen at, where my camera was, and looked at. I'm in the window, looking at this. and looked right in my camera and then backed out and left tracks all in the yard. And you know I didn't it didn't video. Now he rode right up. They could punch in something. So I know nobody gave them that but Arlo, the people that I brought my cameras from. These security people, you can't trust them. You can't trust the cable company because they in on it too. I don't even know no company that is not a part of it. You can't trust the church. Who in the world can you trust? Because you sure can't trust these greedy pastors. But they can preach about tithes and offering. So I'm gonna get off of here so I can get this sound out my head. I'm sitting here. I be done went to sleep rubbing my forehead because they really attacking me right now. And in my eyes. Then I'm hearing that sound. I'm hearing two sounds at one time. I'm hearing the bullhorn and the sizzling. So they sending different signals in here. Last night, baby, it was what time was it? I need to check my security cameras. A baby need to go to the bathroom. So when I took her outside, the motion sensor light was already on. They don't come on unless somebody out there, a cat or something. I didn't see no cat. I didn't see nothing, just the light on. So I don't know. But I'm gonna get off of here because I need to stop this noise in my ear, in my head, wherever it's coming from. And be blessed. I needed this video because I'm still feeling stress in my head. And sometimes I just need to talk to somebody. Every time I call my cousin, somebody always come, and so she has to get off the phone. And I'm just wondering if it's the same person. Because when I went to see her, I went down there to my hometown to see, and I went to see my cousin. And this minister was there, and she was looking at me all strange. And I'm just wondering, is it her? I really am. And next time I talk to her, I'm gonna ask her, is it the same person that keep coming? Because if it is, I know gang stalking is that. It's a one red light. Most places where there's a red light, it used to just be one red light, but now they try to put a red light here and a red light there and a red light there in the middle. But used to have that one red light, and they got gang stalkers. And they're riding around with the one light on. I was shocked. I said, wait a minute, here the gang stalkers in here? Where I'm being shocked. That's where it started. That's where I started at, in my hometown. Somebody attacking me. I'm home minding my business and somebody's attacking me. That's where it started, in my hometown. I got to get off here, come get where I can hardly stay woke. But this sound is doing it. Be blessed in the Lord.